everybody, welcome back after a quick ad break. We're all set up for our very last game of this marathon, which will be The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We have two incentives going on for this very run. I do believe the first one closes like immediately at the start, but I'll leave that to the runner himself to announce. So without any further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to our runner. Good luck!
Yeah, thank you. Alright, welcome to the world of The Witcher. Marathoners are kicking in hard, but yeah. I have a lot of stuff to say in the main menu here. So first off, welcome. So I'm glad to be picked as the last one of the marathon. Very honored. Thank you to all the staff. This has been a pretty good marathon so far, and I hope to end it off on a high note. Yeah, and a note on those incentives. We have 3 incentives. The language choice probably just closed right now. Last I checked, it was Japanese in the lead. Why not get that right now?
I am doing one final refresh for you, and it is still indeed Japanese.
No one sniped at the last minute. Darn. Yeah, I do play in Japanese. It is 4 seconds faster. I could steal a joke from one of the other runners, but I'm not going to do so. But yeah, so we do have 2 other incentives. We have the save or kill Lambert, but that will come in play about an hour 35 into the run. And then we have the save or kill Siri incentive. That comes out at the very end of the run. I'll give a 5-minute warning to both for anyone who wants to snipe those incentives from whatever the total is. I think I don't know, is it save Siri, kill Siri that's in the lead? It's one of those 2.
I just can check real quick. Siri's fate. The Siri becomes a Witcher is €1 currently, and kill Siri is 15. So people are pessimistic.
Oh yeah, well you got time. You still got like 2 hours left to snipe that incentive if you want. And yeah, if you're on the fence about watching this run, I say watch the first 10 minutes, then decide for yourself. It's gonna get pretty ridiculous in the first 10 minutes. Got some pretty insane glitches, but yeah. And then just some stuff I have to say. We use an auto hotkey in this game. That's just to skip through cutscenes and stuff like that. You see the words auto in like the top left of the game window. I don't know, it's blocked by the chat on my side, but you should be able to see that. That means we're using the auto hotkey just for submission purposes. But yeah, that just allows us to get through cutscenes a lot faster than button mashing. Yeah, without further ado, I don't think I have anything else to say. Is there anything else you need me to do, or we can just get started here?
All you can do is give us a countdown, I guess.
Alright. So we're going to play on Just a Story, which is the easiest difficulty. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So, I'm going to button mash through these first opening cutscenes here, because can't use the auto hotkey on those for some reason. So this is like the start of the game. This is like the little prologue here. Usually there's a tutorial. We're going to skip that. We're going to go quick here. So you still might hear me button mashing. Hopefully if the noise gate is working correctly, you won't hear me button mashing, but you still might hear me. So we do use the auto hotkey to get through a lot of these cutscenes quickly, but we still have to mash the dialogue option. But it is better than mashing like 5 keys at once to get through the cutscene. Like 2 years ago when I joined the community, we didn't have this. It was pretty hard to button mash for 3 hours straight. Pretty tiring as well. But now we have the auto hotkey, we can just get through every cutscene like a breeze. But yeah, now we're in the first world of the game. Rich had to slow down there, but this is White Orchard, and I won't talk that much about the story because it's not super important. But pretty much the whole premise is we're looking for Yennefer. That's Geralt's wife, by the way, if you don't know any of the lore. So we are going to do some tasks for some people. First, we are going to save this guy from a griffin. That'll come into play a little bit later on. But now we are going to head over to the Incape here. So this is kind of the first point of RNG. There's actually not that much RNG in this run, which is actually nice. I like that. But so we have a little combat scene here. We have 2 guys that we have to kill, and it's a kind of RNG which way they move, and we're hoping to one-shot both of them. That's not what we always get. Some turnaround here. We're gonna talk to Gonto Odim here. If you've played the Hearts of Stone expansion, you know who he is, but we're not gonna be seeing him for the rest of the run. He's a pretty cool guy though. So I'm gonna head to the back left here, hopefully not get hit. I got the first guy. Have to wait for the second guy to swing. Come on, hit me. Okay, that was not particularly good RNG, but we did get the first guy immediately. That's good. Alright. So now we are going to head over and we're going to grab some buckthorn here in the water. We're actually heading over to the Nilfgaardian garrison here. Normally wouldn't grab this buckthorn right away, but it is on the way. So might as well just grab it now instead of having to come back for it. I tried to hop off Roach there in a specific spot so I can skip the water animation after getting the buckthorn here. I think Roach is too far from the water here, but we'll see. So yeah, this first part of the run is going to be pretty slow, but it's going to pick up very, very quickly after like the 6 or 7 minute mark. Okay, Roach actually was right in range there, so you see I was able to skip the Geralt coming out of the water animation, which is kind of slow. Just get right on Roach immediately. Now we are past that, we're going to grab this Place of Power. This is an RPG after all, so we do have like a skill point system that we have to manage. Thankfully, we're not going to be using it that much. Come on, girl, get on Roach. There we go. But yeah, there is a skill point system. I won't explain it too much, as it can be a little bit complicated at times, but you'll see me equip some skill points from time to time. Mostly to increase my damage per second. Because more damage is always better. I'm going to try a little skip here. I'm going to roll up the hill and hop up here. And that just skips a couple cutscenes. That would skip a couple cutscenes, and if we had to go through the run dialogue there. Since we're talking about dialogue here, dialogue is an important part of the run. Most of the time it's just like spamming one, stuff like that through all the cutscenes, but there are some specific instances where the dialogue choice actually matters for the ending, as an example. So I do have them written down, just in case I forget them, but I have most of them memorized, just in case. Anyway, Roach didn't give me a good spawn there. Just Roach in general, she's kind of annoying. She's not a good horse. The way she works is you can call her and she'll usually try to spawn behind you. But for me anyway, I get bad RNG. She always spawns as far away as possible. I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of her in a couple minutes here. Right now we are going to go inspect the griffin here. The game asks us to find the hunter and talk to her, or talk to him, sorry. But we're not going to do that, there was no point in doing that. It's too slow. Pretty much in this game, there's no really way to skip any of the main quests. You can't like skip to the end, sadly. So we actually have to play through the whole game, but that's alright. But we can, in a certain quest, we can skip some objectives, and you'll see that a couple times. I'll point them out if we ever get to them. But now we're gonna teleport over to Rosan Bridge, and this is the first glitch in the run. Got a flying horse here. Then we got another glitch coming right up after this one. So we're gonna talk to Vesemir here, just tell him the information. Then I'm gonna try to hop on Roach real quickly and get Vesemir trapped here. Ooh, I think I got it. Nice. So the premise there is to get Vesemir trapped in the inn area, so if we go fast enough, we can actually teleport him over to the griffin fight here. And I think we did get it. Just confirm. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Getting all the hard tricks in this run. I'm gonna equip a Thunderbolt here, and you saw I equipped some skill points there. That'll basically allow me to slow down time whenever I aim with the crossbow. In the first griffin fight here, I'm gonna strong attack him twice, and then Ard him to keep him on the ground. Oh, he flew up. Oh, alright, good RNG. Not very good RNG there. He flew up. That's alright. So we, coming up here on the second phase of the griffin fight is the most important trick of the run. The most insane trick of the run as well, that I won't talk about it at first, because it's kind of technical. I'm not the best at explaining it, so I'll let it happen first before I talk about it. Can I get on Roach here? There we go. So I'm gonna get the crossbow here. I got it from Vesemir in the cutscene that we skipped earlier. Actually gotta reload the crossbow there. I'm gonna quick save the game here. This actually might not work too well. There we go. Game saved. I'm gonna reload the game here. And then now we are gonna say goodbye to Girl. We're gonna say goodbye to Roach, and we are gonna say, get let this load here. We're gonna say hello to Geralt the Hedgehog. If this works. Alright. So I'm going to finish off Wood Orchard here, and I'll explain what happened. We have an auto-scroller coming up anyway. That's a good time to explain the technical aspects of the glitch. We're pretty much going to be in this state for the rest of the run. So I'm going to be speeding through the whole game, just like speedrunners like to do. So now this is the point of the run that if you don't like what you're seeing, you can leave. I don't know if the mods will approve of that, but yeah. But anyway, we are going to finish off Wood Orchard here. What we are going to do, we're going to have Igni here. We have a little fight in the bar here. If I can get into the doorway here. Then I'm just going to Igni all these guys here and just finish them off with my sword. There we go. Yep, so now we're coming into Vizimir. This is pretty much an auto-scroller. This is a good time to explain what happened there. So, I'm not the best at explaining this. It's kind of technical. I don't know the juicy details, unfortunately. I'll try my best. Hopefully this makes sense. But so we get the crossbow with the griffin, as we saw there. Then we equip a crossbow skill there to so that whenever we aim with the crossbow, the game time will slow about like 50%. Then we first aim with the crossbow and shoot just to get everything working. But the second time, you're not supposed to save the game while you're aiming the crossbow. I guess the devs do that, it would glitch out the game. But we can kind of get around that by if we aim the crossbow and time slows, and then the game autosaves for us. Like for example, there with the Griffin, you might have seen the game save in the bottom left, and we reload the save. So the game just kind of gets in this weird state where whenever you're aiming the crossbow, it thinks Geralt is at a normal game speed. So whenever you reload the game again, and aim the crossbow again, when time is slowed, the game will still think that Geralt is at normal speed. And then when you release the crossbow, the game will automatically speed the game up to quote-unquote get back to normal speed. But that actually makes Geralt go a lot faster than intended. I'm not the best at explaining this trick. It's pretty technical. I don't know the details of it, but hopefully that made sense. But here we got an invisible wall that doesn't exist. We're just gonna clip right through. Gonna let the step counter get up to 80, and I'm gonna turn around. Then I'm gonna go talk to Yennefer. And then from this point on, those are the big three skips of the run. There's not that much that's gonna happen on for the next hour or so. There were a couple interesting glitches in just optimization at the end of the run, but we're pretty much just gonna beat the game as intended, but very, very quickly. And if you're wondering why we don't have the speed glitch here, is that because every time you go to a new game world, such as if you go to Velen or Kaer Morhen, for example, you need to re-aim the crossbow to get the speed glitch active again. And we don't have access to the crossbow in Vizima, so we can't use it there. But coming into Velen here, we'll be able to access it again. It's got a long loading screen here. I should mention that we are using in-game time for this, we're not using real time. This is the timing method that we've just switched to a couple weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to hop over this fence with Roach. I'm going to hop off her. Then I'm going to aim the crossbow again until time slows. Here we go. Then now we got the speed glitch active again. Cool. Yeah, so the premise for pretty much the rest of Velen here and parts of Novigrad is we're looking for Ciri here. So we're trying to find information about like where Ciri might have gone, like her activities and stuff like that. So we are going to be talking to a couple people about that and doing some quests for them. Just to gain some information. Again, the lore is not that important. I could talk all day about the lore, but we're here to talk about speedrun strats, not about lore. Now I'm going the wrong way here. Okay, now we're good. can be pretty easy to get lost in these forests if you don't know where you're going. Anyway, we're coming up to the inn here. We're skipping the first objective because there's no need to go for it, but we are gonna go for the second one here. Annihilate these hounds, and then grab the spirit here, just for marathon safety. And we're gonna skip this long cutscene because we don't want to see that. So you probably saw before, but this turn of speed does come with its problems. Getting through doors is a big hassle. Navigating through tight spaces is very, very difficult. Thankfully, I do it pretty well. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But yeah, other than that, this category is pretty fun to run because you're doing this for the bulk of the run. If you got any questions on chat, I'll try to answer them. See the best I can. I think I have some members of my community in chat anyway, so they might not be able to answer their questions too better than I would. But anyway, we could so that book that we read there that gave us a couple leads to who we should talk to. I'm just gonna hop up like that. I didn't get it. If you do it correctly, there you go. You skip the animation there of a girl climbing up the cliff. It's 2 or 3 second time save. Okay, and the ladders are actually being nice. So the only animations that don't really speed up is Geralt riding on a roach and then Geralt going up ladders. But every other Geralt animation is sped up. But other characters are not. So here we're coming into a series segment I'm not particularly good at. I've been running this category for almost a year and a half now. I'm still not good at this section here. But we're gonna control Siri here, so we don't have access to the speed glitch anymore. But we can use this ability called dashing. And I call it dashing because it comes from one of my favorite games. That game is Celeste. I think all of you, pretty sure there was a Celeste one earlier on in the marathon. I was not able to catch that unfortunately, but I think it went pretty well. We're pretty much just gonna dash through this whole cutscene, the whole section here. The second part here is the hardest because there's a lot of wolves. You gotta dodge at the right time to not get hit. Trying to group these wolves together to hit 2 or 3 of them at once. Oh, I did get hit there, that's alright. I'm not going to dash into this cutscene here because it will soft lock the game. And that would not be a good thing. Yeah, we're coming up to the last pack of wolves here. This one's easier than the second one, but harder than the first one, so kind of like a middle ground. Here we go. I don't know how I got hit there, but this is the game not being nice today. There we go. Then we got like a little boss here for this section. Oh, why did you put your sword away? Here we go. Here we go. We got this Wolf King here. Pretty easy boss. He's not moving for some reason. Here we go. Guess I can get behind him like that. And spam him. Oh, that's rat didn't work. Okay. There we go. Now we got him anyway. I'm looking at the chat, by the way. I'm just paying more attention to the game. For the route choice, it's semi-different to Kha'Zix. The main route is pretty different. Well, not pretty different. The main route is pretty similar, like same quests and all that. The difference is I do some different strats than him, just because I'm used to those strats instead. But other than that, if you saw his GDQ run, strats will definitely be different. There's a couple stuff that got improved since his GDQ run in August. But here we're going to try a little skip here. Gotta be good stuff there. We're going to override the Baron's audio here and have him open the door earlier. I think we should be good. There we go. By doing that, it saves us like 5 seconds of having to wait for the Baron to open the door. Now we're just going to examine this stuff in here. Pretty much what happened here is there was like a little fight in the room. Oh, by the way, we met the Baron, if you didn't see that. So there was a fight in that room. The Baron is asking us to find his wife and daughter who ran away in exchange for information about Ciri. Why is he so fast? And actually, I should add, Chad, if you can explain to every new person that comes in why we're so fast. I'd be tired of explaining it if I had to do it every time. Ooh, we got a nice door boost there. So a door boost, for anyone who's not aware, is if you jump at the right time in the middle of a door frame, you can get like a big boost. You see it a lot in the 90% current patch run because you don't have the speed glitch, and I like to do some of those strats in 90% old patch. That one is particularly useful. That can vault you over the railing and save some time, like it just did there. Since we're here, I'll talk about the differences between current patch and old patch. As the name implies, I'm running an old patch, which is patch 1.06 of the game. This was the last version of the game that had the speed glitch unpatched. It's nice that we can use the speed glitch, but there are also some drawbacks. You might see a couple of glitches that don't appear in current patch. Those got patched out later on, and then the inventory and the menus and stuff are a little bit different than at current patch. That's not that big of a deal once you get used to everything. And then current patch, it's not the same route as this. It's similar, but not quite the same. I think we do some different quests and stuff like that, but yeah. The big difference is we don't have the speed glitch here, and it's about an hour more. We're coming up to this is the worst section of the game, in my opinion. We got a princess here. She is pretty slow. If you got any donations, this would be a great time.
We certainly do have one, and I could immediately also give you an update on the incentive, because we got that going as well. Let me pull up the donation. We got a €31 donation from Tiny Tim saying, "Hey all, it's been another amazing BSG event. I so appreciate being here to help out and run to raise funds for such an amazing cause. Good luck on the final run. Cheers."
Thank you.
And those €31 have actually gone to the series Fate bid war. And now Siri Becomes a Witcher is ahead. €32 for The Witcher and 15 for Kill Siri. So if you want to tipple that over, make sure to get your donations in.
I mean, you still got time for that. I would advise you to put your donations towards Save Kill Lambert, because that's more pressing. That's coming up soon. So you still got like an hour. Maybe like you still got like an hour and 30 minutes for that. But here we're coming up to another important skip in the run. This is called Botchwing Skip. And, same thing for the speed glitch. I will explain how the skip works afterwards. It's not as complicated as the speed glitch. I promise. But pretty much we are going to kill the Botchwing without having to fight him at all. And I just hate this boss fight anyway, so I'm glad I was able to find this skip. So we are going to equip Ard here. And we're gonna try to knock the Baron. We're gonna try to knock the Botchwing between the stone wall and the wooden wall. Okay. I didn't get it first try, but I can go for a backup here. I'm gonna keep him in the corner here. Okay. Didn't get that one either. Oh, come on. Now I'm just losing time here, not getting the skip. Nice. I gave myself a semi-generous estimate here, so hopefully we shouldn't go over. Why are you not going to your corner? Come on, get into your corner. There we go. That took way too many attempts, but we got it. After like the third attempt, it's faster to just kill the Botchwing, but you know, I wanted to show off that trick. So yeah, you saw there we kind of pushed the Botchwing between the stone wall and the wooden wall, and that's kind of like an unintended glitch that the devs didn't intend. That works in current patch too, by the way. You can try that in the current patch version of the game. It actually, with the current patch setup, it's actually quite a lot easier in current patch than it is in old patch, because you kind of have the RNG in old patch that you have to deal with. So again, you're trying to push the Botchwing between the wooden wall and the stone wall. That's kind of like an unintended death claim for the Botchwing. Like the game does not know what to do with the Botchwing there, so it just kills the Botchwing entirely. And that just skips the whole boss fight. Again, it is easier on current patch, as I said earlier. There's a good setup for it on current patch. The thing with old patch is it's kind of RNG if the bot lane will move up to you immediately or not. And if the bot lane moves up to you immediately, then you have to do it back up, which is a lot slower. But anyway, now we're done. Oh, go ahead.
We have just received our very first donation towards the Lambert bid war, which has been 15 euros going towards the, let me check, the Save Lambert part of the bid war, and the donation was generously given to us by Pika Blue without any comments, so thank you very much for that.
Oh, thank you for that. Fun fact, actually, I have not actually done the Save Lambert incentive in the marathon yet, so hopefully this will be the first time. Again, that incentive is coming up first, so if you want to put your donations towards that first. Or like do a 50-50, I don't care. Anyway, we are coming up to the Woven Grade here. This one's pretty simple. We're just gonna annihilate some raves here. I'm actually at a pretty low health. I'm gonna meditate. You saw that that's called a quick meditation. Normally I wouldn't do it there, since I'm at low health, and I guess when I want to be safe, you know, marathon safety strats. So it's RNG which flames go out here. The left one will always go out first, so I can just go to that one. Now I'm gonna annihilate all these rays without getting hit. That's one. Get it back over here, come on, get back over here. There we go. Stop going away. There we go. Yeah, and there are specific lines of dialogue when the flames go out. So hopefully I'll get... Nope. Alright, I got the middle one. Not bad. So hopefully the rays won't advance me here. They might. Alright. I think we're good. Oh, or not. You had to teleport over here, didn't you? There we go. Oh, come on. 2 of them went out, really? Marathon luck. There we go. Alright, the only time I've had 2 flames go out at once is during marathons. So, bad marathon luck right there. Anyway. We're done with that. We are going to go talk to Vortek here. So, I mean, pretty much here we're trying to find out what happened to the Baron's wife and daughter. We're just trying to follow up on leads. Again, I won't go too deep into the lore, because you can go very, very deeply if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. Here we go. Now, go through here. And just get through this cutscene. So we're done with that. We're done with the Baron for now. We'll come back to the Baron later on in the run. And actually, this is a new strat. Well, not a new strat, but something new that you haven't seen before. We're gonna call. We could like to call it stacking quests together. So we're gonna semi-complete a number of quests here. So we're gonna complete as many of the Baron quests that we can now. And then near the end of the game, about halfway into the game, I shouldn't say near the end, but about halfway in, we're gonna complete like 3 or 4 quests at once. That just saves time from having to go back and forth between the Baron and just doing those quests. But now we're gonna do the curious segment here. This segment is pretty simple. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go roll up the stairs here. Oh, I don't know why the game likes to do that. Come on, game. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I do something called attack roller. You might have seen me do it a couple times before. But basically, if you punch or swing your sword and then you hit the roll button, you can kind of just roll a lot faster. Especially if you're walking, you can roll up the stairs a lot faster in that instance. But sometimes the game does not want to work, and even though I'm facing forward and holding the W key, the game still wants me to roll backwards, which is just weird and annoying. But other than that, that's alright. We got up there. And there we go. We have to take care of those 2 rat nests right there. Now this is the game is the K key gonna open the character menu or the map screen? Okay, it opened the character menu. Good. I don't know why the game likes to glitch out here sometimes, and it opens the map screen when I press the character key. I don't know why it likes to do that. This game being stupid, I guess. Anyway, we gotta fight this wave. Alright, we're done. Now we are gonna go... This is like a little cutscene here. We're coming up to the golem here. So you're supposed to hit like these signs like here. I'm not gonna hit the bird because the bird will spawn the wrong one. The right one is actually in here. You gotta go dive under here and you gotta go swim up. If you've played the game, you've probably hit the bird sign before. I have too. We're not gonna do that. There's no need to hit that key. So we're just gonna go straight to the horse there and hit that. Now we got the golem fight here. I know when I was playing casual, I was like at 1 HP and I had like no meds at all. But we're gonna annihilate the golem here. We're gonna use strong attacks here just to annihilate him. Might get hit here. There we go. I'm gonna grab the loot here. Yeah, and we're done with that. Yeah, so we are coming up to a big auto-scroller here. I'll explain some strats and also I'll leave it up for some donations here. But yeah, so you saw me grab some loot in specific spots. And the reason why I'm doing that, it's because we need 1,500 crowns about halfway through the game to get to Skellige. And most of that is actually paying the guide that'll bring us there. It costs 1,000 crowns to the captain of the ship. Then it costs another 400 or 500 crowns for like maps, and those maps actually unlock fast travel points. So you might see me here grabbing some loot in specific spots, and that's just to get over to Skellige. So here we're just trying to. I'm not gonna go out early. Yeah, if I go out too early, I'm not gonna be able to close those portals. But that is I call it an unintended strat, but I mean the game kind of intends you to do that. The game tells you at the very end of the game that you can close these portals of the Irden. But since we already know that we can do that here, we're going to do it here, and we are allowed to do it here. So instead of this being like a 5-minute auto-scroller, this will be probably like 2.5 minutes long. Alright, if you got any donations, this is a great time for that too.
Okay, we currently do not have any new donations, but I would like to bring to your attention that we currently still have 2 bid wars going for this very run. A Save or Kill Lambert one, which will close in about an hour, and the Series Fate one, which will close by the end of the run. So if you are thinking about donating, please get them in, please put them towards any of our incentives, and just donate. Just decide Lambert's fate here. Just do it.
Last I checked, we had over 1,000 viewers. I don't know if that's accurate now, but everyone donated $1. You could crush the 2,000 euro mark. I'm sure we got this. It's the end of the marathon. Yeah, so that was the last portal there. So we're all good. That was nice and quick. We're gonna grab some spirits here just for marathon safety. And Kiri here is in a faint. Just gonna get through the cutscene real quick. Now I showed this off earlier, but I'm gonna do another quick meditation here, so don't blink. There we go. Now we're at full health. We got a boss fight coming up here. We just gotta wait for Kira to open this quote-unquote gate. And yeah, you can kill Lambert. I saw someone in the chat who's talking about that. The way you do that is just by not saving him at all. You just abandon him in the Battle of Caramel. Or you can save him. That's up to you. So this fight has 3 phases. You can actually kill him in his second phase, but that actually won't do anything. The game's like, no, you can't kill him. But we'll just put him to his third phase anyway, even though he has 0 HP. I just gotta kill these hounds coming out of the portals. Nothing special here. Last one. And then I'm gonna finish off Nicole here and grab the suit. Cool. Yep, so we're pretty much done with the Kira segment here. Not gonna be talking to Kira for the rest of the game. So now we're gonna go find the Crones of Crookback Bog here. But before I do that, I have to read the book and open this wall here. There we go. Apparently I don't know what tab the book is in. Here we go. But we're gonna skip a cutscene here because we don't like cutscenes. Since we go so fast, we can just skip that cutscene there. And that actually, a fun fact, it's actually the only quest that we don't actually complete in the game, but the game still allows us to progress. So that's very nice of the devs. This game is very, very well built, so it's kind of hard to find glitches to abuse. But kudos to the developers, you guys made a great game. And we're looking forward to Cyberpunk coming out in 2 or 3 weeks' time. Looking forward to annihilate that game too. And on the topic of that, we actually do have a CD Projekt Red Speedruns Discord. We just selected our mods for Cyberpunk, so if you want to come hang out there, we do have a number of documents that we were able to pull from like the CD Projekt Red live streams and all that, and the Night City Wires. If you want to take a look at that. And I think a speedrun.com page is going to go live soon. I don't know when. Gotta talk to the mods about that, but yeah, if you're interested in running any of the Witcher series, at the moment that includes The Witcher 3, The Witcher 2, and The Witcher 1, and Thronebreaker as well, we just added them. You can check out our Discord, and again, Cyberpunk has just been added to that Discord as well. I'm sure one of the community members is in chat. If you would like to post the link, that'd be nice. But yeah, if you're thinking of running a Witcher game, run The Witcher 2. Only reason why is because I'm a mod and there's like no runs for that game and I need to verify runs. Anyway, so we're coming up to the Chronos of Quickback Bulk here. We're actually going to do this stuff out of order and get up the slope. We're going to do the Tree Spirit here first, so going with the Chronos first, and it's actually slightly faster. Thank you to one of my viewers who pointed that out in chat one day. Sorry, I can't remember your name, but if you're here, thank you so much for pointing that out to me. Alright, done. Alright, now stuck on the wall there. It's actually pretty easy to get lost here, so I'm gonna be careful. It's kind of hard to get some visual references of where to go. Although we made it to the village. There's not much to talk about here for this first part. Pretty much just asking these people if they know anything about Siri, where she might have gone. One of the guys here actually refers us to someone named Johnny. And if you remember the candy bar that we got, I didn't point it out, but we got a candy bar in when we were doing the Baron stuff, and we bribed the child there with the candy bar to try to get the Gran out of the house there, so we could speak with the child. But now we are gonna go to Johnny's hideout here. You might see me get lost. It's very, very easy to get lost here. Get some more Tyrannos here that we gotta take care of. Okay, you can just annihilate all of them like that. And then there's like some bird thing, I can't remember what the name is exactly, but something that spawns here that we don't want to spawn. I think we're good. We do have the 3 harpies, but that's a lot easier to deal with. Come on, get over here. Get over here. There we go. We gotta grab the bottle here. Hence the reason why we have to come up here. Because Johnny can't speak for some reason. There we go. Johnny can now speak, and he tells us everything that he knows. And then we got some more Tyrannos here that we got to deal with. Another water hag. Yeah, and we're pretty much done with this section here. We do have to go over to Downwarden and talk to the Elder there about the Tree Spirit, but again, we already killed the Tree Spirit, so the game will just automatically teleport us back over to the Chronos here when we're done. And that's actually the bulk of the time save. I'm just gonna attack roll up here. And yeah, again, you saw me attack roll before, but when we do it outside of signposts, there's like a 3-second waiting period where you can't sprint. And if we just attack roll, we can just get around that. It's a lot more used in current patch, but I use it sometimes in old patch in certain places. So you might see me do that a couple more times in the run. here I'm just gonna dash all the way to the end. There is no need to fight the drowners. It's pretty slow anyway. And not get stuck on the wall here. Okay, I think we're good. Cool. So now we're done with Velen. We'll come back to Velen in about halfway through the run. But now we're going to head over to Novigrad. I find Velen to be the most inconsistent segment, and then on the other hand, I find Novigrad to be the most consistent segment. So we'll see how I do. Hopefully I can keep to my word and have it be pretty consistent. But who knows? Might have some unintended glitches happen. That's kind of the problem with playing on old patch, but you get used to it after a while. Not much happening here, just walking over to Novigrad. There's a lot of downtime in this run where not much is happening. But I'll just talk about the lore quickly. But yeah, so we're done with Velen. We found out a lot of information about the Baron, where his family might have gone. We talked to Kira Metz, we got information from her. Now we're going to head over to Novigrad. We're going to try to find Triss Marigold, and we're looking for a Dandelion. And if you watch the Witcher Netflix series and you don't know who Dandelion is, or if you're Polish and play this game in Polish, you don't know who Dandelion is, that's actually Jaskier from the Witcher Netflix series and the Polish version of this game. In the American release, they named him to Dandelion. I'm assuming just to make the name stick. I don't know. But personally, I like the Jaskier name better. But yeah, we're pretty much looking for him because we learn in Velen that we learn in the beginning of Novigrad that he has a Witgrisiri to loot someone, to just rob a bank. So yeah, so we gotta try to find him. So right now we're just looking for Triss Marigold here. Spoiler alert, she is in the King of Beggars hideout, also known as the Puget Grove. I'm gonna do another door boost here just for swag. Doesn't actually save any time. You gotta go for those swag strats. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna be doing some stuff. We're trying to find Dandelion here. We're just gonna do some quests here. Right now we gotta grab this package in the water. Oh, come on, Geralt. We got a drowner here that we can just annihilate. And we gotta open the passage. There we go. If I can get out of the water there. Alright, we're trying to find a package here that clumsily dropped in the water here. We're gonna grab that loot again for the 1500 crowns for Skellige. It's not. We do have a new coin route that just got implemented a couple months ago, so I can jump up here. There we go. Now we're gonna go into this guy's warehouse here. I'm blanking on the name, of course. But let's see if we can get 350 traps here. So that's one. That's two. I missed the last one. That's alright. Yeah, this is Japanese voiceover. I have English subs on just so I can understand what's happening. Even though I probably don't need them. But we're gonna kill these three guys here. We're actually gonna grab the loot as well. Oh, there's the last guy. Here he is. I'm gonna check my swords here. Ooh, okay. Right away I can tell that sword is the one I'm gonna equip. Is it to give me a plus 40 damage against most enemies? That's actually pretty good RNG. Usually I get around plus 20 damage on one of those swords, but this time I got plus 40, so we got good RNG for a change. Doesn't matter that much, but you know. If we can kill a guy with one less hit, that'd be nice. So you might see me here struggle a little bit. Again, going through tight spaces with the speed glitch is kind of difficult. There we go. Got the draw in there. We actually have to read that drawing. If I can remember how to do that. There we go. Should be fine on health. I'll quick save here just in case, but we should be fine on health here. Gonna ard that wall for a use at the end of the run. But yeah, that was so basically a godling here was a godling. If you don't know what a godling is, it's just like a if you manage to catch I'm blanking on the name, of course. Alright, I'm blanking on the name. If you manage to catch the godling in at the end of Velen there, someone could probably remind me in the chat who it was, but I'm blanking on the name. Yeah, it's just like her, but she was sending a bad dream to the dreamer there, so we just had to ask her to not do that. And now we're going to talk to the dreamer here and see where Dandelion might be. Oh, doing the wrong quest here. There we go.
Fun fact on the origin of the dandelion name, if you would translate it from Polish to English, it would actually say buttercup, and they felt that a bit too corny, so they changed it to a different flower.
Okay, wow, I actually did not know that. Thank you. The more you know. Anyway, we're gonna head over to the Rosemary and Thyme in here. This is where we are gonna meet Zoltan for the first time in the run. We do got a couple of enemies here. I'll get a health regen at some point. I shouldn't. I don't need to worry about my health. Hopefully. Kill that guy. Get behind this guy and kill him. There we go. I'm gonna grab Dandelion's notebook here and read it. Just that just saves us from having to do it later. Saves about a second. Oh, weird, I got a weird spawn there as well. Wait, did I? No, okay, I didn't. Ignore what I just said right there. We did not get a weird spawn. And then actually, the signposts in this game are pretty bad. I can spam for like 5 seconds on the. I can spam right click for 5 seconds on the signpost and it'll still not teleport me. That got patched out later on, but you know, old patch. Unintended glitches. It's just the side effect you have to deal with if you run the old patch of this game. Okay, I meant to grab that sword, but the game's like, nope. So we gotta fight Rosa here. If you ignore the hit that I got there, you can just annihilate her both times. There we go. You can actually quote-unquote kill her here by getting her down to 0 HP, but that actually will not do anything. The game just doesn't want you to kill her. Now we're going over to the Evangelberg state here, and hopefully I can focus here to not accidentally get into a horse race. The horse races in this game, they are very, very slow, and it's not worth going for. There's gonna be one required horse race near the end of the game, but yeah, if we can skip the horse races.
Don't you just hate it when you accidentally get into a horse race?
Yes, I hate it. I hate it so much. I was actually practicing the other day, and I actually got into the horse race, and I had to end the run there. But it sucks, especially when you just forget. Anyway, we are gonna finish off here. We actually don't have to talk to all 5 people here, which is nice. We only have to talk to like 3 of the 5 here. Here we're just gonna save this person here, and then the other 2 people, Maribella and Ethiel, we're not gonna talk to at all. There's no point. There's no need to do that. Even though the game doesn't specifically say it, it's optional. Now we're gonna go talk over to Priscilla. To downpatch on GOG, currently it is not possible, unfortunately. If you do have it on Steam, you can downpatch. Oh, I'm not trying to meditate. There we go, I need to meditate to 11. This is one of the more famous songs of the game. We are gonna skip it though. Sorry if you're a fan of this song. But yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna go over to and not die there, and I'm gonna go over to Sigi Rubin. I am once again blanking on the name. Dijkstra, there we go. Dijkstra is what he's more well known by. But first off, we got a little fight here. Same as always, we're gonna annihilate all the enemies in just a couple hits. Just like that. There we go. Got more guys over here. And I think we're done here. And then we got a long cutscene here as well. They're pretty much just gonna go through the sewers and examine some stuff. If you got any donations, this would be a good time for that too.
There unfortunately are no donations. Would there be time for a little plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. I would love to tell you all about who we are and what we do. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online, at least for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world, bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental issues themselves or within their families. All of your donations will go to Mind.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be part of this event, and I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the online marathon. Yeah, so if I can get on the ladder here. Ladders in this game have notoriously bad hitboxes. They don't always like to work for me either. But yeah, if I can just get through here. So pretty much Dijkstra wants us to do a favor for him. So pretty much he got robbed. If you might know who it was. You might know who it was he got robbed by, but yeah. So we pretty much have to find out where his gold might be. But he also gives us some good leads, so who we should talk to. So he says we should talk to Horson Jr. about Siri and Danawine, where they might be. So we're gonna head over to his casino. This is where we're gonna do a couple things out of order. And I'm gonna fight these guys here. I'm gonna fight all these guys in here too. And actually, contrary to popular belief, there is no need to visit his there's no need to visit his residence or his arena. There's no need to do that at all. We just go to his casino and the game will move on. Alright. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna head back on track here. We're gonna head over to Margaret Henkel's townhouse here. So while we're running over there, I will say that most of the stuff that we do in the game is in an intended order, but as you just saw there, we might do some stuff out of order, just to go faster. So we're gonna head over here into the townhouse. I'm hoping the hitbox here for the wine bottle will be good. There's a little candle on top of it. The game likes to. Okay, got it first try. Good. There's a candle on top of the awning there, or top of the cabinet. It's annoying. Yep, so if you noticed earlier, we meditated up to 11 p.m. That was intended to get us up to 12 a.m. here. So we don't have to meditate here when we're coming into the we're coming up to do Menge here. Of course, I'm blanking on the name. I played this game so much I forgot about the story. But there's a relatively new strat here that I'm not going to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we could actually go a lot faster here. We can like run through the whole section here instead of having just to walk there. And then we just got cutscenes here. Any members of the community, correct me if I'm wrong there. But this is pretty much just cutscenes here. And then the gist is we killed Menge. he's kind of like the bad guy of Novigrad, so could be a good or bad thing depending on your point of view. I say it's a good thing because it advances the story for once. It doesn't allow us. We don't have to do extra quests and stuff like that. But here we're just talking to Dijkstra, telling him where his gold might be. See, telling him what we did. That's an instance of stacking quests right there. We just completed 2 quests at once. So we completed the treasure quest. We also completed a. Did we complete a side quest? I don't know. But we completed some. We did complete 2 quests there. But now we're gonna head over to Vernon Rich's camp. There's actually a little funny glitch here. If you go in full speed here, you're actually gonna clip the rock in front there and die of fall damage. I'm not gonna show it off here because I think we are a little bit behind because a lot of things get earlier on, but it's pretty funny when that happens. If you're just not careful, if you're not paying attention, you can just very easily clip that rock and die. Again, unintended glitch. A lot of these glitches are not intended because the game doesn't intend you to run this fast casually, so you may come across some glitches you wouldn't find otherwise. But here we're gonna head over to Horson's hideout here. I'm gonna try my best to not trigger a bunch of enemies behind a wall. That gets loses time. So I'm gonna do a little bit of an older strat here that I prefer to do. I'm gonna hop up this awning here, and hop over here. Cool, first try. There's no guys there. There we go. Should be good. This guy's behind that wall in front of me there. I'm gonna try not to trigger him. And I got weird camera angle, of course. There we go. There we go. We didn't trigger him. There's like 5 guys behind that wall. That's just a slow if you end up killing them. Yep. So this is Horson Jr. I won't talk about it too much. Actually, I won't talk about it at all because it's a little graphic. But if you played the game, you know what he does, all the bad things that he does. But yeah, so we're in the Sui segment here. And the reason why Sui went to talk to Horson Jr. is to fix something called the phylactery. I actually don't know what it does, but it does something. Probably does something important. But yeah, so we ask him to ask him to fix it, and then we have to fight him here. I'm gonna get behind him like that, and strat failed. Okay, nice. He hit me. Normally I would get behind him immediately and just hit him to death, but that did not work. Please stop hitting me. I'm on low health. Come on. There we go. There's actually no need to fight the second floor guys here. Just go straight to the first guys here. Get behind the guy with the shield. Come on, get behind that. I want to get behind that guy. Why the game not working? There we go. Is that the last one? Yeah, okay. Come on. There we go. Cool, and then that's it. And we're gonna do a new strat here that I completely forgot to do in my Distant Star Cares run a couple weeks ago, is to not kill Horson and to actually save him. Saves about like 10 to 15 seconds near the end of the run. That could be a donation incentive, but we've already got 3 donation incentives. I think that's enough. I'm gonna plug those incentives once again. The Save a Kill Lambert incentive is coming up shortly. Well, shouldn't say shortly. Still got like another good 30 to 45 minutes. But donate to that one first if you want. And oh, I didn't switch the quest there, but then you have the Save a Kill Siri incentive at the end of the run. Again, I'll give you a 5-minute warning for both of those incentives if anyone wants to snipe them at the very end. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing here. I got it. Okay. Probably shouldn't distract myself. We're gonna go talk to Priscilla here. Start the play. The dialogue during the play actually does not matter, contrary to popular belief. It just it depends what you choose here. It depends on the title and the type of play. Yeah, if you choose incorrectly, the only downside is you're gonna have to fight a bunch of enemies after the play. But we did choose the right option, so we should be good. We should be good. We'll see what happens. Now we are gonna go get some ushers, and we're gonna go get some performing troops. But actually, we're not gonna go get some performing troops. Even the game knows it's optional. We're not gonna do that. Too slow. I'm sure most of you guys actually had to fight these guys instead of paying them. But because we want to go fast, we're going to pay them and not fight them. Then yeah, now we're coming up to the play here. This is a minute-long auto-scroller. Well, more of a cutscene than an auto-scroller, but still. There's not much we can do. We just have to spam one the whole time and get through it. And pray we get through fast enough. But yeah. You just get through here, then if you got any donations or anything you want to plug, this is a great time to do so.
That would be great. Unfortunately, still no donations. I would once again want to incentivize you all to please donate towards any of the 2-bit wars we've got going on. Like mentioned before, the first one's gonna close in like 30 to 45 minutes, and the other one will close by the end of the run. So if you want to see Lambert either saved or killed, or Ciri become a Witcher or die, make sure to donate towards that very goal. I'm not sure if I have a bit more time or...
Yeah, you got like 20 seconds left.
Okay, in those 20 seconds, I would like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. For information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com.
Perfect. Alright. So we are coming up to the end of Novigrad here. So the premise of that play was to recruit someone called a Dudu. He's pretty much a Doppler, and if you don't know who that is someone that can change forms into someone else. And the reason why we're kind of recruiting him is we want him to take the form of Menge, who we killed earlier on, and to transfer Dandelion over to the Oxenfurt prison. And if you didn't know, Dandelion is actually the person who robbed the gold. If you didn't get the reference there. But we're gonna transfer him over to Oxenfurt, and we're gonna raid the prison transfer here and try to free him. I'm not gonna fight these guys at all because there's no point in doing so. I'm gonna run straight over to the hut where the next quest objective is. I find Novigrad to have the greatest amount of downtime, but since we have no donations, I'll try to talk through it. Yeah, but pretty much after this, that's the end of Novigrad. What we are going to do is we're going to sell our stuff. We're going to sell all the stuff we have. Hopefully we have 1,500 crowns. I probably have a safety save. Probably should have made a safety save beforehand, but I probably should have another safety save just in case. But here we're just going to hop off the ladder, not die. There we go. Get on the ladder if the hitbox will let me. Why is the ladder not working? There we go. As you saw, I was standing right in front of the ladder, and it still would not let me get on. That just shows how bad the hitboxes are for the ladders. Okay, well, Kezig is correcting me. He says you do get more coins during the play. Okay, thank you for that. I didn't know that. Okay, I did not mean to hit that guy. But in this segment here, Ciri with her dash, she kind of locks on to enemies, and I don't like that. Okay, we got past it. Yeah, if we're too close to that guy on the left, like you just saw it right there. Like even though I'm facing straight forward, Ciri will go automatically to the other guy there. That's not always a good thing. But here we just kill all these guys. You can pretty much one tap all of them. There we go. And yeah, I mean that's it for Novigrad. At this point of the run, we should be about halfway through. About a minute and about an hour and 2 minutes. That's pretty good. For marathon run, that's good. That is not for PB. But yeah. As I just said earlier, we are gonna sell our stuff here. We're hoping to have 1,500 crowns here, and we should be pretty comfortable with that. Spam space here to sell all my stuff. Yeah, okay. We got 1,600, we're fine. Yeah, as long as I don't buy the wrong maps, we'll be good. Right, so the 1,000 crowns here gets us to this guy here, so we can bring us over to Skellige. Got a pretty long cutscene here, about like 30 seconds. Okay, actually wasn't that long. Okay, we do play with in-game time, so the loading screens don't matter that much. But now we got like a little fight here. I'm gonna equip the speed glitch there. I guess kill all these guys as fast as possible. The most annoying guy is that guy with the shield, but we were able to take care of him pretty quickly. Okay, that was actually very good. Yep, so we're done with that. I'm gonna equip my crossbow here and aim with that. Once again, to re-equip the speed glitch, we're gonna go buy the stuff at the shop here. We're gonna go buy the maps. And Skellige is actually my favorite world in the game. A fun fact, that the music is amazing. Now this is the point in the run where I make sure I know how to count, and we're all good. I guess gotta read those maps. Yeah, so you'll be seeing on the left side there, it's unlocking a bunch of signposts. Pretty much all of them we're not going to use, other than a couple. We just need one for a couple minutes here. Then we need one for the end of the run too. So now we have to head over to the wake here. So we discovered the signpost down in the harbor here. We haven't discovered the signposts at the top here, at Karatrolda here. So we have to actually run up here for the first time. You can see a good glimpse of the scenery. It's a good glimpse of the scenery here, how good that is, how beautiful it is here. Skellige is definitely my favorite world, as I said before. And then I'm kind of taught on Kaer Morhen or Trulisant as my second favorite. We got another, not a horse race, but a foot race. We're going to skip, because we don't need to do that. And we equip some more skill points here. Then we got a little fight here that we are going to skip. Cool. Now we are just running through here. Nothing special. I'm gonna pop in here, I'm gonna wait for Yennefer for a sec. I think we should be good. There we go. And now in this room here, I'm gonna go for the bears first. Those are the most important. Then I'm gonna kill the wolves in the downtime that I have. There we go. Last bear here. We got kind of a little funny glitch here that doesn't really do anything, but for the swag. We have Geralt that faints here, but he gets right up. Guess he's too good to faint. Anyway, we're gonna wait for Yennefer here. There we go. He's moving right away. Perfect. We do got another golem coming up. Same thing as the golem back with Kira. We're gonna do a very similar thing to kill him. Quick Ken here. Okay. I'm just gonna start attacking here. There we go. I did not take a point of damage there. Nice. And we're pretty much just chilling here for another 30 seconds. As you can tell, there's a lot of downtime in this run, not much happening. You're supposed to actually find a way to get out of here, but you actually can glitch your way out of here, but that doesn't do anything. You have to wait for Yennefer to teleport you like that. And we just got a couple cutscenes here. Yes, that was to find the Mask of Broncos. Hopefully I said that right. I'll probably choke that, but that's alright. Yeah, so that pretty much that mask allows us to see in the past. So we're going to use that mask here and see what happened in the forest here. Because there's some very magical stuff happened here. So I'm just going to go through here. And take the most optimal path up the mountain. And there we go. So we're gonna kill these foggers here. Before they teleport away. There we go. And then here we get to have a long sequence of having to use a mask a couple times, killing a bunch of enemies. You got like not 5 minutes, that's overly generous. You've got like a minute or two of like nothing. If you got any plugs you want, this is a great time for that.
I would most certainly. Let me just pull up some stuff here. Okay. We would like to remind you all that aside from BSG events and their own marathon, ESA also hosts many other events across Europe, including the British UKSG, Hackathon, and more. So be sure to drop a follow to see whenever something is live. You can also consider using your free monthly Prime gaming subscription right here on the ESA channel. You will get access to all the ESA emotes, as well as several BSG emotes, and you get to support both events.
You still got more time if you have anything else.
Sure, I certainly do. You can stay updated with our events by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look of the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more. We're also in the process of uploading all our VODs to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BSG Marathon. Be sure to check it out and subscribe to find one new video per day in your feed.
Cool. Yeah, coming up, we have a cool little visual glitch here that doesn't add anything to the speedrun, but might as well show it off. After this cutscene coming up. There's a lot of visual glitches that doesn't add anything to the run. It just looks cool. So I'm gonna stand on top of this log here. See if I can get this to work. This works right. Let this go right through Geralt, and it might crush his legs. And I think you can do that in current patch too. I'm not totally sure. I might be completely wrong. Now we're coming up to a very important skip in the run. There's no really good skip name. I'll just call it the invisible wall skip. We're gonna go around an invisible wall in the garden here. I just thought I could save like a minute or two having to pull levers and stuff like that. Like a little puzzle, but we're not gonna do that. There we go, first try. Unlike most other skips in speedrunning, that skip is actually easier if you pull it off first try than it is to do the backup. So, get that skip first try, you'll be saving a lot of time. You have to go quite high there to skip through an invisible wall, just to get around. But again, that just skips like a puzzle and stuff like that. We're too quick for that, we don't want to do that. But now we are in a semi-long series segment here. Not much is happening here. Again, as I said earlier, there's a lot of downtime in the run. Especially in the middle of the run, there's not much happening. It's just story stuff, no big glitches or anything like that. Other than the invisible wall skip that we just did there. But we're pretty much gonna head over here. We're gonna do the sauna with Suri. Just get through some dialogue. And then we got a little fight with the wild hunt. So right now, Suri's just talking about some people. Again, the premise of the game is to find out what happened to Suri. So we use the Mask of Yabrokos, and yeah, I did the wrong dialogue there, but that's alright. But yeah, the premise is we look for the Mask of Yabrokos. We're trying to figure out what Suri's doing here. So we got like a little flashback here. Then we got like a little fight. We gotta kill 5 enemies of the wild hunt. So here's 1 here. There we go. There's 2. I'm gonna get behind that guy. I'm gonna kill that guy. There we go. That's the 3rd guy. This is the 4th guy. There we go. All good. And same thing as last time. I'm not gonna dash into the cutscene because that tends to soft lock the game. I'm not gonna take that risk. Then now we just got the escape sequence here. Actually, I didn't notice this, but we actually did get a gold split on the feast over there with the golem. That's nice. I haven't gotten a gold split there in a while. For anyone wondering, I have the record here. The record is 152.53 by our own Kazik. Probably saying that wrong, but he's in chat right now. But I think the real time is like a 158. I'm not sure. But yeah. So at this point we're like sub 2 hours now. Pretty happy about that, pretty excited. And if we find out more glitches, we can bring that down even further. Even though we sometimes have our differences, Kazuki has been super helpful in the community. So I thank him for being part of the community here. And like super helpful with like glitches and stuff like that. He's done a lot of marathons as well, so have I. Yeah, he's just confirming. RTA is a 158.58. So just under 159, but yeah, thank you so much for being in the community. I know sometimes we have our differences, but we do get along quite well sometimes. But anyway, coming back to Velen here. So we're gonna stack a bunch of Baron quests here. We're gonna complete like 3 at once, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe it's just 2. I don't know. Either 2 or 3 at once. One of those 2. We got another series segment coming up here too. And this is the single. Well, this used to be the single greatest part of RNG in the run, but that kind of unintentionally got wiped out. Now the RNG is not as important. This is we switch over to in-game time and not real time. So first off here we have the 1 required horse race in the game. If done correctly, I should beat the Baron by miles. Try to set up here to get the horse straight immediately. Like that. There we go. I'm just going to take the corners as sharply as I can. I'm going to go over that little hump in the hill there. That's like the ultimate shortcut. As you might see like Mario Kart games. The ultimate shortcut in this race. Then otherwise we just cut corners. Try to optimize this horse race here. I'll turn around here. We beat the Baron by miles. Yep, and then we have a Balisk here. I think I said that right. But there's like a 1 in 8 chance that it doesn't fly up. Again, this RNG doesn't matter as much now since we switched over to in-game time, but it's still kind of important. So if I don't get it, let's see. No, I didn't get it. Not a problem. So yeah, he has a 1 in 8 chance of not flying up and staying on the ground. That's what we want. But he did fly up there, so I'm just going to reload the save, and then from this point forward, he's always going to be on the ground. Whenever the game wants to load for me. I am running this out on SSD, by the way, but even with them, the loading screens are quite annoying. Missed that. Keep spamming left click here. There we go. Try a little bit of a different strat here, but to get up the hill. It backfired on me, of course. That's alright. So that's the end of the Baron quest here. Again, we stack like 2 or 3 quests together. I don't know the exact number for some reason, but yeah. We'll come back to Velen at some point, but right now we're gonna head over to Garen Morton for the first time of the run. But before that, we have a required visit to the Emperor. Not much to say about this. I mean, the only thing I'll say about this is it's annoying. But yeah, that's all. Come on. Come on. Cool. Alright, so for the first part of Garen Morton, we'll come back here for the Battle of Garen Morton, and that's when the Lambert incentive closes, but you still got, I'll say 20 minutes is a good estimate. I'm not sure. Again, I'll give you a 5-minute warning before the incentive closes, but there's a strat that Kashyyyk does. He kind of goes a different way and like hops up a cliff. I have been intending to learn that strat for a long time now, but I haven't learned it yet. But it is faster than going around like I just did there. That's one optimization I could do. So I'm pretty much just gonna spam the 4K to death here. I don't know why I'm not dealing any damage. Oh, okay. Oof. I don't know what happened there. Okay. It was not doing as much damage as I usually do. For some reason. That's alright. We can now re-equip the spook glitch here and just try again. Usually I'm just able to spam like this, but I don't know why it didn't work last time. There we go. Alright, well that's death 1 on the run. Nice. I usually don't die on these runs, but, you know, bad marathon luck, I guess. Just gotta wait for the forktail here. Now you might see him above the cliff there. It's kind of hard to see though. If you go into the cave beforehand, the game will kind of glitch out and won't let you advance, so you gotta have to wait outside of the cave here. I can get up here. There we go. Probably should have my sword out, that'd be a good thing. Oh, come on, not again. I think my sword is doing a lot less damage than it should. I don't know why. That's not that big of a problem though. We'll be getting a new sword pretty shortly. Oh, there we go. Now we're doing damage. What? Since I'm not doing damage there, that means I probably did something wrong. Trying to think of what I missed, but I don't think I missed anything. Okay, well, that's death 2 anyway, so... Anyway, there is a horse race here, we're gonna skip that. Yeah, too slow. I'm just gonna go over here, do the route here. Let's see. Yep, because I head through the trees, not get lost. There we go. And then we're just gonna take the most optimal route back. Okay, we got more time to donate for that Lambert incentive in that case, because I died there twice. Even though it seems like this game is easier if you're playing on old patch, since you're going so fast, you can do a lot more damage at the same time. still pretty difficult. You gotta be careful. Near the end of the run, we're gonna be pretty under leveled, so you gotta be careful with hitting and dodging at the right time. And current patch is actually a lot worse. Here we are gonna get Yennefer mad. And by doing that, she's gonna teleport us down to the lakeside instead of having to climb down the cliff face. It's a lot faster. I'll say that. And there we go. So now we got an overleveled Durana here. Well, not this one. Or overleveled water hag, I should say. Okay, this last Durana here. There we go. This water hag is overleveled. Or the game wants to call it a blade hag. I don't know why I unequip my sword there. Why can't I equip my sword again? Oh. The game glitched out. There we go. I'm trying to be careful and not die for a third time. There we go. Yeah, so the problem there, what happened, you might not have caught that, but the game glitched out. You might have noticed that I was holding an invisible sword. That's kind of one of these side effects. That's kind of one of the side effects of doing the old patch run. You kind of get some unintended glitches, as I said a couple times already. And yeah, somebody's already answered this in chat. But the difference is about an hour between current patch and old patch at this point. And if you don't like the 2 or 3 hour run of this game, we do have other categories. We have Orchard Percent, which is the shortest category. It's a bit less than half an hour. Then we have Hearts of Stone, which is a little bit more than half an hour. Then we have Blood and Wine, which is about 45 minutes. Then we are adding new categories, short and long. So if you need something a little bit shorter than that, we could probably make something up. You could do IL rents, for example. Yeah, but this game, especially the old patch category, this game is pretty fun to run. I don't play current patch anymore because it's too slow. If you're really adventurous, you could do a 100% run of this game. The current record is like 18 hours or something. The record holder is Aliatus. He's a pretty legendary run in the community. If you want to watch it, the video is up on YouTube. There's like 2 parts to it or something like that. Again, 18 hours long. If you want the endurance run. Now we are coming up to the end of the Kaer Morhen Part 1. We do have the finished Yennefer's part here. It's pretty simple. Just run up and down these stairs a couple times. We gotta use the Potesta Quitador here. I think my pronunciation was completely incorrect, but I don't know. There we go. Yep, and we're done with Kaer Morhen. Well, done meeting, we're done with all the quest stuff. So we got like two more things to do. We have to brew the potion, then we have to do the long Alpha cutscene here. But after that, we'll be done.
We have just received another €5 donation. Now be a good time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, like I said, have received a €5 donation from our very own Recall saying, Lambert doesn't deserve to live. Thanks for the run, nicnacnic.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And with that, he put his €5 towards kill Lambert, so the difference between the two is currently only €10. So only €10 to go if you want to kill Lambert. For now, we're still gonna save him.
You've probably got like 10 minutes for that. Yeah, but thank you so much for helping me. Thank you for dealing with my countless DMs. You've been very helpful. But yeah. Yeah, you only got like 10 minutes left for that incentive, so if anyone wants to snipe, this is probably a good time to do so.
€11 in 10 minutes. Sounds doable.
I think it's very doable. Here we have to equip our swords. The game likes to trash us and unequip all our swords. But yeah, we're coming into the Isle of Mist here. This can be very annoying if you don't know what you're doing, but we're gonna try to make it fast. Come on, if I can. There we go. Yeah, so pretty much we're just gonna head over to the Isle of Mist as I just said. Again, there's not much happening in the realm. The story stuff picks up at the very end of the realm. But yeah, we found Avalok, and he told us where Ciri was, where she was hiding out from the Wild Hunt. So we're gonna try to find her. I'm gonna try to re-equip the Spooklich here if I can shoot my arrow. Oh, come on, game. There we go. I'm gonna do a neat little glitch here. I'm gonna equip my sword and immediately hop onto the boat here. If I can do that. There we go. That just makes the boat just go a little bit faster, about like 15 to 20% faster than normal. I've tried my hardest to try to find escape here to avoid having to use the boat to get to the Isle of Mist, but I haven't been successful. Because if we were just able to swim over here, that'd be a lot faster. But we can't do that. Yeah, but we're pretty much just riding this boat to the end. Don't have that much to talk about. If you have any quick announcements, that'd be good.
Currently not too much going on, actually. I mean, I once again can ask anyone if you still want to change the outcome for the Lambert bid war. Less than 10 minutes left until that incentive closes, so make sure to get your donations in so we can still include them and decide Lambert's fate.
At this point, I'm probably actually going to say 5 minutes. I tend to be a little generous with my estimates. Yeah, but about 5 minutes left. This is your last chance to snipe that incentive. If you want to. I advise that you don't do that, but if you want to do that, go ahead. So, let me just check my health here. I'm not low health. I am going to quickly meditate. At the Isle of Mist, I can just open and close the meditation menu and it just gives me a health boost. And I just re-equip the Spooklich right there and I'm just going to swim through. So we have to find 3 people. Gaspard, Evo, and someone else. Don't know who the last one is because I don't pay attention to the names. The only one I know very, very well is Gaspard, and you'll find out why I know him very, very well. We're going to do something out of order here. We're going to find, I think it's Evo along the coast, if I'm correct. I might have to come back for that, actually. I hope I examined the body. I might not have done that. No, that's alright. In that case, we'll get to a new strat. Oh no, okay, I didn't inspect the body. Cool. So, oh, it's not Evo along the coast. Sorry, it's Frederick along the coast. There we go. We did inspect him, so we don't have to go back to that. I would stop getting hit here. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. That took way too long. The Isle of Mist in current patch is a big, big pain. There are a lot of people that can kill you here, a lot of enemies, and then in current patch anyway, you're very, very under-leveled. So, like 3 to 4 hits from any enemy would probably kill you. You gotta be very, very careful here. But we found Gaspard, we didn't find Gaspard. We found Frederick, we found Evo, they were both dead. And now we have Gaspard. I would say he's behind, I'm kind of top between Princess and Gaspard. Who's the worst character in the game? Princess is the good that we had to do earlier on. And the reason why I don't like Gaspard is that he's very, very slow. And he has narcolepsy, so he falls asleep all the time. Come on, Gaspard. Come on, start running. There you go. Just like that. He just stands there for like 20 seconds and not doing anything. Then he'll fall asleep a couple times, because Gaspard just likes to be annoying. So we have to wake him up. So that you're gonna fall asleep twice. So that was the first time. So we just gotta lead him all the way up to the end here, back to the hut. We're not gonna go up the intended way of going up the hill over there, because that's very, very slow. We're gonna go around and do something else. Take care of these guys here. There we go. Come on, Gaspard, hurry up. We're just gonna go all the way around here. It's gonna be faster. Because we don't have to fight the harpies on the hill. Come on, Gaspard, don't slow down. Oh, come on, why are you doing that? His AI is very, very bad. Even though I passed on the left side of the tree, he had to go all the way around and go on the right side. And maybe lose a lot of time there. We are coming up to the end here. He's gonna fall asleep one more time. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. And there's actually a new strat that I thought of. Is actually going straight to the hut when we get to the Alchemist, and then doing a friend along the coast right here when Gaspard falls asleep. I did the big mistake of trying that in a very, very good run that I was probably gonna PB in, and I lost like 3 minutes. Probably not the best move, but that's alright. But if done correctly, that strat could save more time. So this is the first time that we'll actually see Siri in person and not like in dreams and stuff like that. So. But now that we were able to teleport away with Siri, the Wild Hunt knows exactly where we are. So this is the Battle of Kaer Morhen. The game loves to troll me here and takes the crossbow out of my inventory. Just climb up here. I'll give the speed glitch another go. There we are. But yep, pretty much gonna do the Battle of Kaer Morhen. Probably got like a minute left on that incentive. Less than that, even. With the stream delay, I think at this time, not gonna be able to get any final donations in. But first,
I am actively refreshing the donations.
Well,
we'll
give it another couple seconds. You don't need it just yet. But got a couple of phases in the Battle of Kaer Morhen here. First one is with this bomb phase. We got to bomb 3 portals. We have unlimited bombs, so I'm not worried about that. Just worrying about the path. There we go. First one down. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that one. Do that. Second one down. And the third one is down. Cool. Part 2 here is where we're supposed to have Siri to stay inside the keep, because that's who we're protecting, but Siri decides to not do that. And then now we have to actually do stuff with her. So we're gonna kill all these guys here. There we go. I'm not gonna fall off the cliff here. That would not be good. I have done that before. Not a good thing. Yeah, alright, at this time I'm gonna have to close that incentive. I saw someone just put in a donation.
Okay, I'll do one final refresh, which gives us so far no new donations. And with that, one final refresh of the goals. Lambert's fate has been decided. The poor guy will be saved.
Oh, darn. I do kill him every time, so I will say that. So we just have to kill all these guys, that's all. These guys are very, very overleveled in that case as well. You have to be a little careful. Try not to die here. That would not look good on me. Okay, we got a couple of them. Got 3 more left. Oh. If I get hit again, I'm gonna die. Oh, of course. I will say those guys are very, very over-leveled, and we don't have a very powerful sword. So this might take a couple tries, but you guys donated for it, so we're gonna keep trying until we get it. If everyone was wondering what I'm doing here, is I'm jumping up the side because we're not in combat just yet, instead of having to go all the way around to close the main gate. Alright, I think we should be good at this one. There we go. I think we should be good. I'm gonna sit here. There we go. Should be good. I hope there's no additional requirements I'm just not aware of at all. But yeah, that's saving Lambert there. You can see how slow that is. But now we're gonna help Siri here. Or we're gonna gain control of Siri. Come on, get over there. And there we go. I'm gonna head down here. Kill all these guys at once, hopefully. There we go. Now we gotta open the gate for them. And once again, I'm gonna re-equip the Speed Glitch. This is the final part of the Battle of Kaer Morhen here. I'm gonna have to close these portals. I'm gonna try to do that before getting hit by these guys. There we go. I think we got all 3 of them. Oh, yep, we got all 3. Cool. Gonna close that one. Oh, that did not go well. I'm gonna grab some extra bombs here in case. And now we're good. Cool. And that's it for the Battle of Kaer Morhen. I hope you guys enjoyed me saving Lambert and dying again. As you could probably tell, those guys are pretty hard to kill. We are under-leveled for most of the game anyway. Yeah, but thank you for those donations, and yeah, we have one last incentive left. We have we can save kill Siri. We've got a good another 25 minutes to half an hour. If any donations came through, by the way, during that time, this is a good time.
I can do a quick refresh again. Still no donations that came through, but I can give you an update on the final bid war we've got going on, like you just said, the Siri bid war. We currently have 32 euros going towards Siri becoming a Witcher, and we got 15 euros going towards killing Siri. So at this point, you still have to make her a Witcher.
Alright, I'm down with that. I mean, you still got time if anyone wants to change that plan. Still got another 25 or 30 minutes, as I just said. But here we're coming up to Bald Mountain. There's like 2 boss fights here. Now we have Siri. We're trying to. Now the game is not to. The goal is not to find Siri, it's not to save Siri and to like rescue her. Get the Wild Hunt offer back. So there's 3 generals of the Wild Hunt here. The first one we're going to try to kill right now. And the second and third one, well, the second one we're going to try to bribe to go against him. And the third one we're going to kill. Probably should have put a spoiler warning on top of that, but it's a speedrun. A lot of spoilers already got spoiled here. So. But we have to grab that Orin to get up to the top of the mountain. There's a fiend right over there. I'm not going to fight him. So we're just going to climb up the cliff here and not deal with him. Cool. Might you gonna equip some skill points here? Not just for safety's sake, just for speed's sake. Normally you wouldn't do that, but you know, you gotta be safe. We're coming up to the first of 2 boss fights here. We're coming up to the Crones. I won't spoil that much about what happens with the Crones here. If play the game yourself if you want to know. But yeah, we gotta fight the 3 Crones here. Thankfully, not that much of the story gets spoiled, just because we just get through the cutscene so fast. That's a good thing. If you want to play this game, I really highly recommend. Even though this game is 5 years old, this has stood the test of time. I highly recommend you play it before you play Cyberpunk. It's just a good game.
I think this game is still one of my favorites ever.
Yeah, agreed. This boss is very, very overleveled. I was gonna say, he could kill me in 2 hits if I'm not careful, but he didn't. So good. I'm try not to clip a ledge here. I've been known to clip a lot of ledges there and die, which is not fun at all, trust me. But yep, coming up to the first boss fight here, we have the Crones. So we gotta kill all 3 Crones here. This fight's pretty easy. We're gonna go for the Weavers and the Whispers here first, as they can teleport and the Brewers cannot. As you can see, they both teleported at once, so I'm gonna go for the Brewers here, while waiting for them to come back. I'm gonna try to get behind them too, because if you hit someone from behind, it does more damage. Taking a lot of damage here, but I think we should be good. Alright, well that is 1 down. Oh, you had to teleport away right when I got there. Nice. Just finish her off here. There we go, that's 2. Please don't teleport away. There we go. That's about average. Pretty good. And then there was a cutscene there. I'm not going to spoil the game for you. Go play this game. This has been a pretty good game. Great story. CD Projekt Red has really put a lot of time into this game. And you can tell. There are not that many glitches that we can take advantage of, unfortunately, because this game is built so well. Oh, stop getting hit, Garrett. Here we go. Yep. That's that. That is Imlerith down. That's 1 general down. But yeah. Yeah, that's it for now. We won't really dab too much into Velen anymore. I mean, Novigrad is technically a part of Velen, but we're not going to go too much into that. We're going to be Novigrad and Skellige for pretty much the rest of the run at this point. We're doing stuff for the final preparations, so we're going to prepare for the final boss fight here. So, this is one of only a couple instances where we can actually decide the routing of the game. We don't have to do any of the 4 quests here in final preparations in order at all. So we're going to start with the Avlok quest first, because it is the fastest to start with. The Mount Y opened earlier. You saw it there, I can just go right through. So the premise of the Avlok segment here is he's going to teleport us to different worlds. We're trying to find Gels, which is the second leader. So we have to go through a number of dimensions to try and find him. We'll be with him for the first one, but we'll split up after the first one here. It's not that much happening here. We will have to kill some pretty giant sand crabs coming up. It's an encircle like that. Here we go. Please spawn now. Please spawn. There we go. All the way up there. These are some pretty giant sand crabs. Most of the sand crabs that I see at my local beach aren't as big. We're gonna kill as many as possible until the portal opens. Now. There we go. Right on time. It's very, very optimal here. And here I'm gonna go for a risky strat and hopefully it can pay off. If I don't get it within 3 attempts, I'm probably gonna die. Alright. We're gonna head up the hill here. Alright, that's one attempt down. We'll try again. Nice, we got a second try. And that's actually faster than doing the intended route around. But again, it's a risk you have to take if you decide to go for it. But thankfully it did pay off. And this is a very unintended route as well, but it's not very risky at all. We'll be about half health when we get over to the lighthouse. Maybe a bit less than that, but we're good. I'm sure you could try that in current path, but I don't know if it'll actually work. Okay, wait for the portal. And now we're gonna talk to Gales, and we got a pretty long loading screen coming up here. This is good. I got like 30 seconds for donations or anything you want to mention.
We still haven't received any more donations. How long until it closes? Approximately?
20 minutes, I would say.
About 20 minutes. So guys, you heard it. 20 minutes left to get your final donations in towards deciding series fate. Will she be a Witcher or will she get killed?
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
Yeah, not to mention, this is your final chance to get donations in for the marathon. I've seen in the chat, we just raised 1,500 euros. That's good. I'm sure we could raise more than that with your support. So here we saved Horton, because it's actually faster to save him now than kill him. He's just sitting here in the hallway, now begging. Now I know my way around here. Okay, we're good. That's a relatively new strat. I'm still learning the route, but we got it. Like, this saves like 15 to 20 seconds over the old route. But now we are going to stack a couple quests again, because again we can do these quests in any order that we want, so we're going to stack a couple quests here. So we're doing the Siri quest, we're going to take a little detour here and do the Yennefer quest as well, or at least start it. Since it happens to be on the way, why not? So we got to catch this guy, we're going to do that pretty quickly, like that. I don't think you can do that in current patch, you might be able to. Yeah, but for Yennefer, we're trying to break into a prison to rescue someone. For Ciri, we're just going around thanking people for their support. Yep, so we're gonna head back over to Ciri's stuff here. We got one more person we gotta talk to here. Here you gotta be very, very careful, because if you do the wrong dialogue, you can either get into a horse race or into an additional side quest. They're both very, very long. It'd probably be faster to reload the game save in that case, but yeah, you don't want to trigger them. There we go. Got the right dialogue. Gotta have to fight this guy, but that's nothing. Cool. Yeah, now we're gonna do the Triss quest. So we did Ciri. We did Ciri. Oh wait. Oh yeah, we did Avalok. We did Ciri. So that's good. We're actually gonna talk to Zoltan here. This is so we can get the guards drunk in the prison. So it just makes it a lot easier to get through there without getting the guards mad. But yeah, now we're gonna do Triss's quest. This one is pretty short, as you'll see. Alright, so I'm going to take a risk here and drop down here. We should be fine. All good. That can be a little risky if you're not careful, but we went through it. We're going to skip all the guards in the top level here. There is no point in fighting them. But I'm going to fight this guard here. Kill the shielded guy before he pulls his shield out. We have Bart here that we have to talk to, but we're just going to skip through the dialogue like that. And we're going to go talk over to Philippa Eilhart here. We got a golem fight here, but the game likes to troll us and it gives us the wrong sword. I'm guessing the game is just mad that we're getting through the story so fast. gotta wait until we're out of combat here. We're gonna hop over the gap. Didn't make it the first try. We can try again. There we go. Cool, we're done with the stuff for now. So now all we have to do the Yennefer stuff. I think either the Yennefer or the Avalax segment are the longest. I'm not sure which one. I think they're pretty similar in length. But it's not that difficult. So just start talking Yennefer here. Cool. And now we're gonna head over to the well here. We're gonna drop down the well. We're gonna have to fight a couple of enemies down there. So first we have a water hag here we gotta fight. Pretty easy. We're gonna examine this. We gotta find a lever. We got some drowners here we gotta fight though. There we go. Let's grab that lever real quick. And we're just gonna place the lever on the door and open the door. So far nice and optimal. And there we go, we got all the ghouls. Now we're gonna go into the prison here and fight the guards. If I could hop up the thing here. There we go. Now all the guards are drunk, so it's a lot easier to kill them. I'm gonna try to kill these guards before the cutscene plays. There we go. That just makes it easier to get through the door, so I don't have to kill these guards later on. I'm gonna be a little careful here and not alert the guards. I think we're good. I'm gonna kill the warden. I'm gonna get the key for the prison cell. But now I can alert the guards as much as I please. It doesn't matter anymore. That's a little bit of a risky drop there, but it paid off. Let's see. So we're gonna have to go through this way. Almost there. And at this point, I don't care about getting the guards alerted. If I can get up the stairs. Yeah, and we are playing the game in Japanese. I know someone just asked that. It doesn't matter that much. I'll pull a joke from Kazik. It saves about 4 seconds. Because we want to save as much time as possible. We're speedrunners, so. Yeah, so this is the... There's actually 4 spots where you can choose the save kill series. We're going to be doing dialogue in a certain order to make sure we can push that back as late as possible. So that was the second choice there. We instead of going in with Siri, which would be a negative choice, we stayed outside, which would be a positive choice. So to save Siri, you have to have more positive choices than negative, and then to kill Siri, you have to do the opposite. So so far in the count, we have 1 positive choice and 1 negative choice. Hopefully. I think that's the right count. Yeah, but coming up, we're going to do the Avalax Laboratory. We still got time. We still got about, I'd say you still got like 5 to 6 minutes left. So, last chance to snipe that incentive as well. But in Avalax Laboratory is going to be where we're going to decide if Sui gets saved or killed. But right now we are going to do the Sunstone because we're back in Skilpa, and I should probably meditate because there's a lot of over-leveled enemies coming up. There we go. So the carriage roller here gets raided, so we gotta be careful and not die here. It's pretty random if the AI is gonna help me or not. I hope they do, because if they help me, it'll go a lot faster. But if you got any donations here that you want to read, this would be a good time.
I have just received 1 donation, which is a €1 donation from Tempest Mask 1000 saying, "Hello BSG, first time watcher, donor and volunteer, Tempest Mask 1000 here. I'm glad we got €1,500 raised for Mind, as it was fun getting to help out this event. Since this is my sole donation for BSG Online 3, I have this funny idea to split it between both big war options. Anyone's fate can be 50-50 after all. But with that, you have a great one as we close off the marathon, and best of luck to Nick. Tempest out.
Hey, thank you, Tempest, man. I've worked with you before. Thank you so much. Again, you only got like 5 minutes left if you want to snipe that. I didn't mention it that much, but you might have seen me, sometimes you might see me tab over to the objective, as sometimes you might see me scroll over. The reason for that is sometimes the game likes to not work, and then if I were to tab over to one objective, it would just completely ignore the currently active quest and do some other objective, which doesn't matter at all. That got fixed in later patches, as you could imagine. But sometimes I'm going to scroll the map, sometimes I'm just going to hit tab to go to the quest objective. It's kind of annoying actually, but not that big of a deal. But here we are coming up to the Sunstone. So we usually do the Avalox Laboratory first. We're actually gonna do the Sunstone first because it is a little bit faster than 90% old patch, since we get a very OP sword that we can use on the Golem. No, we're not using cheat engine. If someone wants to explain in the chat, it's a crossbow glitch, by the way. If someone would like to explain in the chat, that'd be great. But right now we're just gonna swim over to the not Avalox Laboratory. We're swimming over to the Sunstone, where that is. So normally we would actually use a boat here, but since swimming is actually faster than using a boat, we're just gonna swim over there. The game doesn't care as long as you get over there. Yep, so here we are. We have the first enemy that we're gonna have to kill is the Siren in the cave. I'm hoping to one-shot her with a crossbow, but that doesn't always work. Now we'll see. Hopefully she's gonna be helpful today and actually let me one-shot her today. Where is she at? Did she not spawn? Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna kill her before she comes back up. There we go. That was a little bit weird, but we're good. I'm gonna try to hop over this gap. There we got the backup. We gotta kill this golem as well. This is not the normal route that we normally go, but I'm taking a little bit of a detour there. Because I'm going to grab this sword, which is pretty OP, and we are going to use it for the rest of the run. We are at low health here. I'm going to meditate just in case. Marathon safety. This speed glitch, yeah, only works in old patch. They got patched out in version 1.07, so I'm using version 1.06. If I could hit the lever here, I would. Come on. There we go. So yeah, we have to move 3 mirrors here. It's supposed to be a puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle when you know the answer. Should be 2. I'm not gonna fight these guys anyway. Just slow. And 3 for 3. Cool. And that's the Sunstone. I'm running on low health here, but I don't think that should be a problem. We'll see. Might have to meditate again. So making our way out of here, we're gonna head over to Avalox Laboratory in a sec. Here we go. Alright, so yeah. So the first thing in Avalox Laboratory is, yeah, this is I mean, I set this up so we can decide who dies and who gets killed at this point of the run. Or what? We decide if Siri gets killed or Siri becomes a Witcher at this point of the run. So, but first we have to kill this golem here to get access. And at this point, it would be probably a good idea to refresh the page, because I'm going to have to close the incentive. We're coming up to it right now.
Okay, let me do one final refresh. And one final refresh here. Currently, let me check this Siri once. We are gonna have Siri become a Witcher.
Alright, so in this dialogue, instead of doing 1111, which I would normally do, I'm going to do 1112. That will give us more positive choices than negative choices. Therefore, the game will choose to save Siri instead of killing her. The way the endings work is kind of annoying and not super easy to learn, but yeah, hopefully you got the gist of it. And then outside of the cave there, that's just another negative choice there. We have the option to visit Skill or not, but we're always going to say no to that. Because visiting Skill is very, very slow and a big waste of time. And by Skill, I mean Skill's grave, by the way. So we're just hopping over to the Emperor's ship. Normally it would actually be daytime, but it's probably because I meditated. But these guys we go so fast here that these guys can't even aim and shoot me. So it's alright. I don't die here. But we are coming into the final part of the game. The final boss and such. There's a couple dialogue here to start with that. Yeah, so we're first going to take control of Siri here for the final boss fight. Then we're going to go to the final boss. Once again, the same thing with Siri's dashes apply here. She kind of likes to lock on to enemies. It's kind of annoying, but try to avoid that. It's a lot easier said than done. As you can see, she's like locking on to some enemies. It's kind of annoying. Okay, we got through pretty well. Happy with that. Oh, he had to teleport away, didn't he? There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, this boss can be kind of annoying, so let's see if I can get a good quick kill on him. Okay, I did a lot of damage there. Good. As you can see, he likes to teleport around and annoy me all the time. There we go. So that was the final boss done. Hooray. We've got a short escape sequence here that we're gonna go through as guilt. There we go. Just have to get through these bunches of enemies here. And yeah, we are coming up to the final boss. There's not just one final boss, there's two. So I'm going to try to skip his second phase here, and that is a lot easier said than done. Let's see if I can get it. No, I couldn't get it, unfortunately. You have to get him down to 0 HP, and still at that point it's kind of RNG if you actually get to skip his phase or not. But I'm going to be a little careful here because I have died here numerous times. Okay, looks like we got him down to 0 HP. Oh, I gotta do that, not that. There we go. So the final boss is down, and no, this is not a glitches run, as you can probably tell. So we got another longer escape sequence here. This is pretty long. Yennefer asked us to follow her, but we're not going to do that because it's slow. The game wants us to use the horses there, we're not going to do that because it's slow. The reason why I climb up that cliff there is because the game has to save. In order to progress to the end. Here, if I can get around. Perfect. And now we're coming into the snowy part here. Normally you would have to hide in these caves and regen health, but we just want to run right through. There we go. Oh, and I should mention that someone's talking about glitches. It's not 100% glitchless, it's like it's 100%. Glitches are allowed, but it's played on the current patch of the game, so you don't have the spook glitch. And contrary to popular belief, that dialogue there does not actually determine the ending of the game. And actually, by going for the Siri becomes a Witcher ending, we actually skip the final boss. So you're not going to be seeing the final boss in this run. And actually, the Siri becomes a Witcher ending would be faster if this Chamberlain part didn't exist, but it does exist, so it's not faster. Because the final boss can be kind of annoying, kind of RNG dependent. But we're not going to see that boss. We just gotta walk to the Emperor here. So Geralt thinks Ciri is dead, but that is not the case. Obviously, we're gonna skip the cutscenes here because we're trying to go faster. You got a marathon to end. But we are gonna head back over to White Orchard, which is the first world in the game. If you remember that about 2 hours ago. So the game is asking us to go over to the garrison. Oh, well, it's now called the Ruined Fortress because the garrison has left. There's this whole thing about like the war and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't have time for that. So you remember this from like 2 hours ago? We just have to talk to the guy here. Pretty much we say that we think Ciri is dead. We get a sword for her and stuff like that, but Geralt still thinks Ciri is dead. But that guy tells us, oh, we should go to the inn in White Orchard. We have a surprise for you. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then time is gonna come up here at the start of the cutscene. So we get 3, 2, 1, time. Alright. I'll let this cutscene play through because this is a pretty interesting cutscene, but thank you all for watching. This has been a good run. A great marathon as well. I really enjoyed watching this marathon. On my side, I got a 2:08:25. I don't know about you guys. What was that final time, by the way?
Final time here is 2:08:26.
Okay, well, 1 second off, but that's still pretty good. But yeah, just a couple plugs. Yeah. So I want to plug out Kazuki. He's been super helpful, just like routing and stuff like that. And even though, again, I said this before, but even though we have our differences, we sometimes get into arguments and stuff like that, he's still been pretty helpful. He's been very nice, so thank you so much for being such a great member in the community. Puzzle as well. I don't know if he's watching now, but Puzzle has been a great member as well. He's actually the only one who runs on controller, so that's kind of unique about his runs. But yeah, and if you want to join our Discord, I'm sure someone could plug it in the chat, But yeah, so again, we are a complete CD Projekt Red Discord, so we run all CD Projekt Red games. Again, that includes The Witcher 3, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 1, and then Thronebreaker as well. And then now we are including Cyberpunk 2077 as well. So if you're interested in running that, that comes out on December 10th, if I'm correct. Join there, we have a bunch of information already. A bunch of stuff just got leaked, so yeah. So I don't know what the mods want to do here, if they're okay letting this cutscene play out. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Is anything else you guys want to mention? Okay, well the cutscene's done anyway.
Yeah, I'll just quickly confirm with the people at Tech whether we want to have this cutscene going or go into...
Well, we're done with the cutscene anyway, so it's all fine.
Okay, that's great.
Just skip to the credits here. So yeah.
Okay, with that, I want to thank you very much for this very last run of the marathon. It was very entertaining to watch. Impressive too. Hilarious at points. It was great.
Yeah.
That being said, we have to step into a quick ad break right now to set up for our afterthoughts. If you still want to get some donations in, be sure to do it now, because we're heading into the final 10 minutes of this marathon. So thank you so much for the runner. And we'll be going into a quick ad break.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been fun.